This is the Waiting Room. Curtis Media, and I'm with
the Goose 317 coming to you live. Goddamn it.
K1A.
Terriana Mooney Customs.
You have a different name every episode. Just like
no,
that.
It's literally every episode.
Alright, but in this episode we doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna call it a loyalty test.
Oh shit.
Trust fall.
No.
No.
I wait too much for any of you niggas to be trying to catch me.
Yo.
So we're gonna start. I cut some of it because I think I want this to go on to another episode. So I'm gonna start off with friends, family, and what kind of inspired this episode with the new movie coming out, Queen and Slim.
Is it here or is it coming out?
It's coming out.
No, it's coming out like
It's
the
Like
27th
no,
or something.
yeah.
I hate to be the person that like doesn't support, but the only downside is that it's literally in my mind it's just like the black version of Bonnie and Clyde, which is why
But they didn't rob
Why
Banks,
they
though.
already black? Like, I could swear. Bonnie Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde, like the real ones, they were actually white,
They robbed
but
Banks.
right, the ones that like actually
there was
brought
a
Banks.
white dude walking around here named Clyde.
Yes,
Holy fucking shit.
yeah, because I think National Geographic that did. It was either the History Channel or National. I think it was the History Channel that actually did like a 3-part kind of like mini, not biopic type, but it was like the real story, and it was like in 3 or 4 parts, and they did like one every single night, and then eventually it was on Netflix, so I finally got to see it because I saw the first part and missed the last 3. But it's kind of like Lena Waithe's, take on Bonnie and Clyde if they were black, and it's in modern times. So I think what puts them on the run in the first place is like they kill a cop when they get pulled over.
A white cop.
A white cop, right? So then that's when like the whole race ensues. But
Like,
like I feel like I'd be the kind of person where I would like buy tickets to help the box office, but will I go and see it? Probably not.
You're not a real one.
I was about to say that's.
I know the storyline. It's just with
block
the,
this
I mean,
racism
it's
out.
with the twist. Like, it's with the twist, and I'm like it's kind of like renditions of songs, or like. They said that what's his name, Bill Murray, was coming back for the new edition of of Ghostbusters. I'm tired of seeing the same movies just remade with a twist on it. It's getting old. Like there's nothing original coming out anymore, and that's why I'm kind of like, man.
Honestly, I kind of mess with the remakes because it kind of keeps.
It depends on what it is. Like
Yeah.
some people did.
Yeah.
Definitely put this.
Right. Like if someone was trying to do like a rendition of Titanic, I probably still wouldn't do that either. Like I don't care. But I'd probably choose Queen and Slim for Bonnie and Clyde over like the new Titanic versus the old one. I don't know.
There's a new Titanic.
No, I'm saying like it was an example. Like if someone was
She
trying
got
to
a
do
good
the Titanic.
bootleg.
If someone wanted to like redo the Titanic, but
You were here watching motherfuckers make this shit.
Boy, I'm about to say shit. You got behind the scenes with a camera sitting under a jacket like, damn, iPhone 11 go.
which we finally saw yesterday for the first time too.
So,
Yeah.
let me tell you,
So
the
what?
homie Rob got it. It's the stabilization on that is ridiculous. Just notice it don't shake. Damn near.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about to get it. Sell my soul for
What?
it.
Yeah, we went into one of the stores yesterday because I was trying to look for a new watch, and then we went and played with the phones because we've been dying to do that. And we did. Had way too much fun. Way too much fun.
This shit's a chat.
Shit, honestly, I would too. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, just fucking with the phones and whatnot. Y'all talking about like actually going into the.
Yes. And we had our
They
ball
need to
like
come out with the VR though. Dead ass.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
put our phones to shame. I was like, I need to go ahead and upgrade my phone. I need to upgrade my phone.
All right, so I went in there and I went in there to check out a few things,
Yeah.
and I want to get the new iPhone.
Which one? The newest one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I come from Galaxy, and I
Okay.
prefer my Galaxy over
Okay.
Apple.
Okay.
Like, cause before I stopped in there, I went at Microsoft, and I was in love. It was geek heaven. Like, it really was.
I think I want the Galaxy to be at my work phone.
Right.
'Cause it seems like I could be able to get anything.
Yeah.
Like you can just download anything. It's like it's not that hard.
'Cause
Apple is just kind of like
You
That's
gotta
the-
go through too many softwares.
It's right, because it's like when we were younger, it'd be like light skin, dark skin. It'd be like Apple's better than Android. And it's like honestly, since we're being like adults about it, it's just preferential. It's really just what works best for you as a person. You don't think so? Really? I think I just personally for me, I came from Android because I had like a bunch of Motorola phones and they were trash. One was actually infected with malware.
But it was the brand.
It's the brand too, yeah, because Motorola's trash. Like they're not that great.
See, I came from a Galaxy. I had the Gold X6, so
yeah. Because I will say it depends. Like if you are Android, like Samsung and Google, I guess I've never owned a Pixel, but I've had friends that have owned Samsung Galaxies and they love those. But Motorola and like HTC, when that was a brand, like they suck. Like it was horrible. Yes, so I switched over to Apple and I love it so much better.
The last Galaxy I had was a Galaxy Note. That was like back in what, 2012.
Really?
Yes, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Look, ever since I switched, I have not looked back.
They like seeing now.
iPhones. Okay, so before this one, I did do Apple. Like I did the 4S. I had bought it brand new, and then but I was like Android, and then I went to Apple, and then I thought Apple was cool again, and then I went back to Android. And I had the last Note before this one, and I honestly preferred it.
You prefer it?
Yeah. And now I have the iPad, iPhone. I got the accessories. I got the pen. I got all of that, and it's just too plain in my opinion.
I think that's the purpose.
It is pretty basic.
When I say that's the purpose of you don't.
It's the simplicity of it. It really
it's
is.
simple, but it's like
it's nothing that.
No, like
I'm gonna tell y'all what like kind of made me switch to iPhone. I was playing Temple Run on an Android. Y'all remember how I used to chop? I was done with that shit because look, I would get towards my high score every time the shit would happen, like the chopping and shit. Yeah, shit like springs up. Shit gotta start over. I'm over here walking around the hallways and shit with attitude. Highway, fuck y'all, man. Shit. Oh, I was shitty, man. I ain't went back ever since. Man.
Like for me, it was when I had turned in, but again, like Terriana said, it really is a matter of like third party access and all that kind of stuff. And Motorola just sucks because I literally have to send in the phone, get a new one, send it in. I think I did that 3 times, and one time it was actually like hit with a malware attack. Like it was actually like worms in my phone, like on the screen. Someone like actually like got in my phone. I was like, what the fuck is this about? So I was like, you know what? We're going to try something different. Yeah, it was bad. And I was like, and the thing was, because like the guy tried to explain it, and he was like, Apple's so much better because it's like, think of it this way. He was like, follow me on this journey. You're baking a cake. And I was like, oh, here we go. So he was like, we're baking a cake. He was like, with Android, it's like they'll put in this amount of sugar, and then someone will be like, I don't want that much, so I'm gonna sneak in my own amount. And then like they put in their eggs, and then another company puts in the flour, and another company does all these things, and then you bake it up, and you have one cake. He said, but with Apple, it's just them. No one adds anything but them. And I was like, you really didn't have to be that like animated with it. You could have just said like, thank you. I really just wanted my phone. I was like, you could have just said Apple does their own thing. No one intervenes, and Android has
addiction to me.
But it wasn't that deep. But
that nigga came to work high as hell. Inspired. Like, look, I'm about to sell the fuck out these phones. Let me at them, Timmy.
My first one was a 7 Plus, and I still have that one, and it works like a dream. But I was like, even when me and my baby sister upgrade again, we're probably gonna stick with Apple because for me, I like it better personally for myself. But I haven't had any issues ever since I switched over. And that was like 2-3 years ago now. I love it.
Yeah, well, my apps don't chop anymore, so that's
that's all. You should give me y'all an update there. I ain't on that shit no more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Storage for me is a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always running out of storage.
You just like that you can add shit.
Like
You
it
want to pay
sucks.
extra $10.
It sucks. It sucks. I
Why don't
mean,
you pay the extra $10?
I do.
I've
I've heard
delete shit.
I do. I do all of that, and it's always just running out and running out and running out.
Recording porn, motherfucker.
No, like
launch codes.
I'm used to doing all business like on my phone, and then I can transfer. I can go back and forth between my laptop, my phone, my tablet. All of that. But
the only thing I don't like about my shit is you don't need to know when I'm on my phone. That bitch right there, that motherfucker pop up. You be like, oh, so you on your phone, nigga? Man, you know what?
Right.
Whoever I'm talking to on my laptop, I put my phone up. It's like, yeah, so you texting somebody.
I will say it's pretty dope though, because when we were in class, a lot of my
It's not
teachers,
dope at all, bro.
a lot of my teachers in college would be really pissy when they would like see people on their phones, and it could have been like my mom is dying in the hospital. They didn't care if they saw you on their phone, they'd be pissy. So the fact that it like seamlessly transfers to your computer too, you can like respond to text messages and take notes, and they would never know the difference. That was my benefit, not major, but it was a pretty cool benefit. Because like I'd be in class and I'd be like, trying to like proofread later, but they can just be like, oh, I just said it on my phone.
Right.
Like I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah, that's cool going that way, but going the other way, it'll pop up like on the right hand corner, like whatever app your phone is on.
Yeah.
It'll be like, yeah. So
I was about to say
you was like in Bixby's pictures, ain't you, nigga? Like,
Does
well, wait a
Pornhub
minute.
have- Wait, does Pornhub have an app?
Oh shit.
It's like it must be something I'm not aware of now.
Nah, like you go through your text messages, your pictures, anything, it'll pop up and it'll tell you like
That you own it from whichever device.
yeah.
Damn.
That's an invasion of your privacy to yourself.
Well, to use it, technically it's your shit, but
right. Yeah, that's yours.
but if somebody else is using your shit, so yeah.
Look, man. All it takes is for the wrong person to get into your iCloud. You feel me?
Man.
Next thing you know, I'm on the internet and shit, just like the next Vanessa Hudgens.
Like when that whole scandal came out, when they were like, "Oh, the 10 will let you unlock with your eyes," and they said girls will be like, when you're sleeping, just like hit you real quick, wake up, put it in your face, get in the phone. Like, oh man, I couldn't do
I'm
it.
sleeping with a ski mask. Robbing niggas in my sleep.
Oh my god, we got way off topic. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. See, this is the shit I be talking. No, I'm
We're talking about loyalty, but what about it?
I'm about to say these phones ain't loyal. Shit.
So the first scenario we're gonna go ahead into is this is friends. It's like, what would you do for your friend? So your friend is in an unhappily abusive relationship, but he or she has found someone else that makes them happy. They're thinking about becoming sexually active with the new person. As you tell them to figure out their situation, or should you or plead with them pretty much just like, hey, figure this out, or would you just let them do their thing? P.S. The friend would be homeless and have nowhere to live if they don't still deal with the former person.
Because the first thing you gotta get out the way is he's not staying with me. All right. But no, really in that situation, bro, it's like it boils down to like what the fuck do you want the most, all right? Because of course shit might line up over there, but basically if it's grass on the infield, you gotta play the ball. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if you gonna go ahead, cut that grass, why sit there and try to mow the whole neighborhood when you can just focus on your lawn? You feel me? That type of shit. I don't even know what the fuck it means.
Yeah, I was just like,
You were going somewhere. You were confident. I was behind you 110%. I'm just saying. So I would like to say precursor to all of these questions and respect to loyalty. I think that it's I think loyalty is like respect. I think it's earned. It's not given. So I will start with that and like under the guise of keeping it real for all of these situations. Because I don't care if you're family, friend. I don't care if you're an ant outside on the sidewalk. Like you gotta.
See, I did it in the sense of we all know that we might have different respect levels for like a family member, a friend, or a significant other. Yeah. It's like you might do something different for your significant other you might not do for your friend.
Yeah, type shit.
That is true.
Or vice versa. So
I mean, it really depends on how long you've been knowing that significant other or your friend.
That's true too. Because if it's 6 months and my friend's been in my life for 5 years, it'd be like you can be pushed into what's that thing on that movie where the Romans were and they're like,
Like the big ass hole.
yeah, the big ass hole. Like that. You can
Over there, Sparta kick.
you can go. So it depends. That is very true.
I say it's hard, but I say in the sense of
I'm gonna fuck that fly up.
I'm ignorant because I can never pick either or because that's gonna get annoying. I'm gonna have to kill that motherfucker. But play both sides but know what you're doing. Let's be 1,000. If it's a female friend, you already know she knows how to play a little bit smarter. She just can't let her emotions get fully involved because then she's gonna start fucking shit up.
Well, that's the thing. See, and no offense, don't hit. But
If you're not like that guest we had maybe 5+ episodes ago, trust me, you'll never be as bad as that. But go on, continue. No, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know you know, but don't even worry about it.
Yeah, man.
He's not allowed back.
I respect other niggas' opinions. I just let niggas talk.
I banned him from the show. I personally banned him from the show because his thought process is just unnecessary.
I feel like women are more the emotional type thinkers. So if you have a female friend in that instance, she might give you good advice emotionally, but at the end of the day, life is all about perception. I mean, how you perceive something might not be how somebody else perceives something. And at the end of the day, you still got to kind of follow what you want to do because it's really other than family, God, all the other, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. Other than family, you know, God, all that other stuff, man. Like, yeah, you all you got,
Yeah.
and you can't really spend your life, you know,
Trying
doing
to live
shit.
it for somebody else. That's very
And
true.
see, that's why I was saying if you could somehow play both sides,
Yeah.
like you can still talk to said person, but you need to figure out how can I leave this person, but you need to get your shit together because you're not coming to live with me.
This thing.
Like I'm always thinking, I'm always having like backup plans and like plan Bs and precautionary measures and shit in my head. It's like when I'm in a relationship, I will admit, I think I've gotten to a point where I'm old enough to say that I've never fully like given myself up to somebody in the sense where it's like I'm always thinking plan B just in case. I feel like, and am I wrong? Does everybody do that? Is it just?
I mean, you
fucked up
should,
to
but
Is it just-
no. I mean, you should to an extent, but when you do it too extensively, you've already made up that it's not.
You're not
Just
gonna-
not. And maybe that's just me like not allowing myself to like fully submerge myself in like, you know, what could
To
be
be
great.
vulnerable.
Right. But it's like I'm always like
Not throwing shade, but it goes into the conversation we had. You don't like taking full on risks.
I mean, but you know that though.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right.
Well, I'm saying like I'm gonna take this L. It's gonna be an L. Everybody takes L. It happens.
Well, thanks, therapist.
I mean,
Next
but
question.
you can't. If you look at it like a L, then boy, you gonna get
Not an L,
You gotta
a
look at it.
potential L. I'm just
Well, no, I don't even mean it.
Yeah,
It's like it's
look
not.
at it like
No L is fully an L.
lesson,
It's like it's
right.
a lesson.
It's
So-
usually a
Yeah,
lesson. Yeah.
really. I was about to say, just as long as you learn from it, you feel me? You good. That's all
Yeah.
that matters. You know, just
Yeah.
learn from it. You good.
So that's why I go here first into a lot of shit. Certain things I know I will, but
Trust me, I'm the king of head first, bro. No hands, bro. Straight posture, nigga. It's over.
You'd be the ones that they love the channel just.
It's
You know what I
over.
think?
Exactly.
yeah, I want to know what you think. And I'm finna send
Dolphin
it to you.
Straight
Yeah.
Dolphin dive.
I think honestly,
Like, yo.
I'll let you figure out what it is that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can get 3 weeks at my place if you need to, but after 3 weeks, get the
See, I'm the kind of person where like
I mean,
I
because
probably shouldn't even say this, but I agree. Like, I would take it one step further though, because you know that you get like, okay, a lot of people don't know that you don't have to have something that's contractually drafted by like a person-in-law. You can make something like basically on Google, have it signed, and if someone else witnesses that, that alone is a contract. I would have somebody sign something saying within this time frame you promise, and if you're
Of
not, you're
course.
out. And I would do it obviously before, depending on state law, because it differs depending on where you live. That I think in Indiana it's like 6 months you're a tenant, even if you weren't living
and then
there before.
you step in the squatters laws and all of
Exactly.
that.
So with
Of
that being the
course.
case, I would set that up when it's supposed to be done because I couldn't do it.
I mean,
You
but
gotta
as
say
a
it,
friend,
I mean,
you're
we bringing the
supposed
law
to-
into this.
I mean,
My
but you
nigga just needs a
have
place to stay for, bro. Goddamn.
But you have to though, because people be trying to escape.
People really do take your kindness for weakness and just want to take advantage to
Yeah,
get
trust me, I
over.
know.
And that's how you have to make sure that it does not happen. I'm
That's
just
why.
like,
That's why I said homeless and not with you.
very true, right? Yeah. I would be like, man, because like I don't want to put my sister on the spot, but kind of like as far as loyalty is concerned, like a situation like that. Granted, it was a bit different because she couldn't go back home. My sister moved to Georgia like 3-4 years ago. Long story short, one of her best friends, she's actually no longer friends with now, came to live with her. She was crying at her door, had nowhere to go, and Kirsten and her never actually like verbally discussed what the timeline of that would be, and she essentially became a squatter. Like Tariana said, it was kind of like it was one of those things, and it was hard to have that conversation to be like, all right, I love you,
That
but
is
when you
not
gonna get the
hard
fuck
to
out?
Like,
you
damn,
know?
you still upset about
That
this
is
nigga?
not a
Damn.
hard-
Exactly. And it was like, I get it, but when you gonna be upset somewhere else? Because I
Can you
want my
be-
space back.
Well, we
It's
so we
kinda
gonna
like
be
that.
upset
And
looking
then
at
you
apartments
also-
because you gotta get out.
Exactly. You also don't want to agree to something when like honestly you don't want to, because space is important. Like my space,
I don't know
my
about y'all,
peace,
but I
all
love
of that
mine.
is important.
Right.
So like, that's a hard 2 weeks, hard 3 weeks, or nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Exactly.
You get one or
I
2 days to
mean-
cry on the fucking couch, and you gotta get up and get to moving, motherfucker.
Okay, 2 days is just sad. I was thinking like at best a week and a half tops.
Nah, you
Like,
gotta get over it.
Nah, nigga, fuck
Go
that
do
shit.
your thing.
That nigga don't love you. He ain't crying over you, or she ain't crying over you. Get your ass up, my nigga.
I mean, that's true too. That's true too.
But yeah, bro. I mean, that's really what
This
it all
comes from a
boils
nigga
down
who
to,
really
you
don't
know.
have emotions.
In that situation, you just you gotta kind of find a way to get out of your way. I remember, honestly, I was like that for a minute, but then it clicked with me like, damn, all right, I'm really all I got. So
Right.
Yeah. You want me to read the second one?
Down to.
Yeah.
You want me to do it? Okay, so your friend has been in dealing with a legal business for several years. He is also married. One day, your friend decides to leave it all alone and start a legal business, but the spouse believes that's a bad idea and advises your friend otherwise. Your friend asks your advice on the situation. What do you say?
Man, fuck that bitch, man. We about to go legitimate. We about to go, because the object is you want to make as much money as possible.
Of course.
And then get the fuck out. If somebody is encouraging you to keep doing the wrong thing,
You don't have your best interest.
fuck her. You feel me? Like, dog, get him the fuck out of here. For real, like, look, bro, just let that bitch go, man. You feel me?
I think I realized that I was stressing myself out writing some of these because I really realized that this is damn near power. When I wrote this question, I was like, wait a minute.
Man, look.
Taking one step further, like the extenuating circumstances say that they have like kids in the mix. You need to go legal so you stay outside of the prison walls. Like, let's be like realistic.
Because I keep telling people, like, that's why I be telling certain females, like, why do you date the smart thugs? We just went to school with a couple of smart thugs. It's like, I know I can't do this forever. But we all know the nigga who feels like he can be 45 and still sells drugs.
Okay. I know that too well. That also is another story. But yes, I get where,
He said niggas definitely get a 401k off this fucking dope.
I was like, you're gonna sit there like,
dental
like
medical.
Monday, I don't know what's going on. Right. And I was like, you can't
See,
be
the
doing
realest
this.
is dental, my nigga.
And
Smash shots, these niggas is not coming out.
and to add insult to injury, he had 2 kids.
Damn.
So again, would you like to remain outside of the iron walls? Let's make sure we turn this into a legal thing here.
I was about to say, because, you can't, eventually youally gonna get caught.
Exactly.
I
It's
mean, but
gonna
why
catch
would
up to you.
you would think that most people would get tired of the same,
To looking over your
and
shoulder
the
every day.
chance and all of that. Like, just go ahead.
It's funny you say that though, because I spoke to him. Actually, we ran into each other a couple weeks back, and we were on the phone, like chatting it up in person too. And I asked him like, what made you want to eventually quit, all that kind of stuff. And he basically was like, he got tired.
That's
of
not his
looking over
name.
shoulder.
That's just a joke.
He said he was tired of kind of
like
like not being able to
Because
live
of
his
the
life in
situation.
peace. And I was like, oh, so you really did decide you don't want to be inside the prison walls? That's
I was about to
roundabout.
say, that's really
It's
sick.
really what it is. He just got tired of having to live, and he was like, I don't fear nobody, whatever. But he just got tired of having to look over his
Right,
shoulder and
yeah.
always think that somebody or something is coming. Like, so I totally understood that. And I was like, good for you, because it couldn't last forever.
Yeah,
It couldn't
but
last
so-
forever.
And you definitely tripping if you don't think you need like some sort of, like he said, friend, but like really every successful person has like a circle or like a community to help them get there.
Right.
You can't really get there by yourself. You need to know people. Those people need to know people who know how to know people.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That's why I think me and you had that conversation. It was like, I didn't know what I had to say on the show. Oh, I might do that. What's more powerful, the people that you know, money, or property?
Really, the resources,
You need an
people.
order?
No, I'm saying
what
like,
is there
I'm
after
saying
that?
like, now I really thought about it. What is more powerful in a sense of business? The people you know, property, or the money you have?
Property.
I would say property.
Property is the most powerful because it gives you
That residual income.
that, and it gives you something to will and deal with.
Yeah.
But people you know as well because
People
it
know
can-
people who know people.
Right.
Yeah.
and that opens up a lot of doors. You can acquire a lot of things, and whether it be knowledge or assets.
Me personally, I mean, I honestly think it's people because me, like, it's really all about like your network. Like, if you can build up a relationship and get way further than you can with, just buying somebody's loyalty. Like, loyalty is something that, takes a minute to build.
It's
Like,
that
people are
earned.
more, they're more acceptable or more liable to help you out just based on your track record or based on, how you help them out type shit.
Right.
That's me.
We gonna come back to that. 'Cause I want a full episode on that. But all right, we're gonna jump down. We're gonna jump down to family.
All right, but
See, this is probably the first one. This is funny as hell. So, your cousin brings a new girl to your family function. Your older family members gets to call her the previous girl's name.
Accidentally or on purpose?
Nah, they just
do it.
They're just like, do you help your cousin out and insert yourself into the conversation? Or do you mind your business?
That ain't got shit to do with me. I didn't say it, they did. They can fix it.
P.S. He's still in dealing with the other girl.
Yeah, you gotta jump in. You gotta take the bullet for your cousin. Like, yeah, that was. They tripping. You know, we looking like. You gotta take the bullet for your cousin, man. For real.
Like,
Jesus.
you already know that.
I'm not taking a bullet.
Cause you gotta think she automatically like, who the fuck is Susan? Why they keep calling
She
her?
That's me. Oh yeah, that's
Forget
mine.
that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She's not gonna forget none of that.
Man, good
Especially
luck.
you got that one auntie that go into detail
She was
right
like-
after.
Oh shit, that one auntie, bro. You just gotta distract her with like a rib or something. Piece of chicken.
We know what you're gonna be doing, helping everybody out. That's great. I love
Like,
it.
You call her
I
Kelly like 6 times. Why do they keep calling me Kelly? Cousin
I'm just
named Kelly that look just like you and shit, but you know.
I'm
Like, cuz, remember I was just there for that one.
Oh, that nigga owes me after this shit. Cause you niggas using.
Boy, that's what I'm saying. You came up, you know, saved your cousin and you done came up a favor, bro. It's a win-win.
That's
It's a
That
win-win.
little Mercedes you got, yeah, I need to borrow that.
For 2 hours, and I get to return it back in any condition.
Nigga, what you do to my back seat?
Jesus.
Don't worry
I'm about to
about it.
say, just wash your hands.
Mind your business.
I can't with y'all. Oh my god.
I'm saying, like, yo, you gotta shit, stand by your people. You know?
Yeah, that is true. Because again,
Yeah.
it wasn't like he did it. It was just random family that just accidentally said it. So I guess I could step in and be like, "That's the name of my upside down cake." Like
I'm dead. Not the upside down.
something. I would make the most unbelievable thing ever, but I would try. I would try. The effort is there. That's all I got.
You know, I ain't gonna hold you. That instantly, all these family members got dementia, all right? They don't remember
He can take
nobody.
his pills today. It's okay.
They don't remember nobody.
He can take his pills. It's fine. Let it go. It's okay.
She got Alzheimer's. I'm bad. She
It
remember.
wasn't even what you thought. I swear.
She wild. I don't know shit.
What you
Matter of
thought?
fact, yeah, I guess it would kind of depend on how close I am with that cousin, cause
You like this nigga got me fucked. You finna take this L, nigga.
I might hop in and co-sign depending on when I was fucking with you.
Yeah, Kelly, where Kelly at? Where is Kelly at? I liked her.
You about to say too.
She was cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who is this new girl? I don't know her.
Say why she ain't put no lotion on before she came or some shit. Like yo,
Oh,
Kelly
my
smelled good. I don't know about this one. I don't trust her. She probably be stealing.
everything, bro.
I can't.
But no, actually, I really did actually have to do that one day.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I had to kind of like it was really his fault. You know, he called the new chick the old chick's name.
That's why everybody, lady, family, babe.
Type shit. Yeah.
Your name? I don't know about that.
You gotta let her introduce herself.
Right.
Right. At least give her a fair chance for being devoured whole. Like shit. It's horrible.
Type shit, bro.
That's hilarious.
We
though.
all know family members ain't shit.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a family reunion. It's like, damn, you got a different one this time, don't you, man?
Boy, I was about to say that'd be the worst when they bring that shit up. Oh my god.
Where was that little light skinned girl I like? God damn, you get it.
But then you gotta explain. Like, I know you ain't talking about that chick, Latrina. Then you gotta deal with that shit when you get home. Like, bro.
It's not what you thought. I swear. She's not here anymore.
Bro, she just happened to be in the city, man.
I had fish, she had chicken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, family members not shit at all. I love y'all, but goddamn. This was fucked. Somebody told me this one was fucked up. So your brother / sister marries your best friend. They end up in
Wait.
a-
You know I'm slow with this. I have to think it through. Brother / what?
I'm saying because I don't want to say brother because it's just.
Oh, okay.
whoever
So you
is
said,
for
oh,
you.
see, I thought it was a family tree
What?
thing. I was
She
connecting.
I
I was connecting the dots.
I can't put your brother marries your best friend. You got two sisters.
Exactly. I was like, I had to think this through. Okay.
So your brother / sister marries your best friend. They end up in a situation where a man gets killed, but it's self-defense. Your brother goes away for 20 plus years, 13 years into his sentence. His wife, which is your best friend, asks for advice on whether or not she should leave him. What do you do?
It was self-defense, right?
Wait, why is she leaving? See, I think too deep into it.
They've been married. He gets a 20,
Is it because he's
20
been
plus
gone,
years.
or is it
20
because she doesn't believe what he did?
It's 20. Because he's been in jail for so long.
She doesn't want to wait that long.
Should she
You
hold
don't
him
wanna
down?
wait. Yeah.
Oh, this is that loyalty prison life shit. I'm out.
But see, it's different though because most of the time, like this, when we hear this situation, it's a girlfriend. He out here selling
True.
kilos, nigga. You didn't have to. He didn't
In
have
this
to
case,
sell
it is.
drugs,
It
my
is
nigga.
like matching.
It's self-defense. He was
Yeah.
defending you. He went to jail for 20 plus years for it. 13 years in, you want to leave because
It's just, I mean,
That's
You can do 13
shit like that
years?
really gives me trust.
Who the fuck is doing
does it
13?
really? Like,
yeah, I think depending on the
That's a
situation,
hard one.
depending on the situation, I think what does the law see it as self-defense? I'm saying you see it as
That is
self-defense.
And they
Like
leave after that.
altercation, somebody tried to rob you, I killed somebody or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna do a whole bunch of push-ups, come out slow, and just move on. No, I'm
First off, low key, that motherfucker might have me fucked up. It was like, damn, he went to jail to defend you. But at the same time, I can kind of see where she getting it because it's like, damn, it is a long ass time.
like, yo, you got to, man.
And this is white, right?
oh my
Which is
god.
your best friend?
Oh, why that was so funny.
Mind your whole fucking
He said, do a bunch of
self.
push-ups.
I know you might have to be. I might have to be on that too. I'm like, yeah, don't ask me no shit like that.
Oh, but
Did you hear what he said?
What do you say?
He said, I ain't gonna come in straight
Oh,
out of jail.
man.
He said, push him. I'm gonna delete it.
He did make a valid point though, as far as the push-ups, which tickled me. I swear, I've been laughing for like 30
I'm
seconds.
about to get prison bill. Just go ahead, move on. Cause like you feel me, like
Come out the
Shit,
closet, Gucci man, be like, yeah.
that's what I'm
a
saying.
holy
Like, you feel
person.
me, come out with the white teeth, all that.
Yeah, with the white.
Like-
He said, I'm gonna come out with the veneers and everything.
The valid point that he made though was that trust issues, like the shit like this can develop from that. Because he made a good point. He was like, I kind of put my life on the line, and it was self-defense, and then I do that time for us essentially, and you bounce. I can understand where he's coming from. It's like, you know, you.
That's the way I was looking at it. I'm like, damn, I
Yeah.
killed this motherfucker for you. I know it sounds weird. Come on.
Right.
It's like, but it's like, damn, like say I didn't put the specifics on whether or not what it did, but let's just say motherfucker went to rob you, and I shot and killed that man. They quote unquote claim that they don't have no proof that it was self defense or that he was trying to rob. So I go to jail for murder. I get 25. That's why I was like 25, 20 plus. So you can get this is say 25. I'm in there for 13. But it's not like I just killed, or it's not like I just killed people. Just like I'm a murdering motherfucker. I'm just out here just gang bang, killed somebody type shit.
All I'm saying is, if I put my life on the line, motherfucker, you better go ham on the lawyer,
Right.
Go ham on everything to get me the fuck
She
up.
better be on
Yeah.
some Gucci. I need to come
Yeah.
out. I need to come out and be damn near a million.
If all those
type
fails,
shit,
yeah.
man.
If all else fails, you can get Kim Kardashian to care.
No, I wouldn't trust her.
He's like one.
I would not trust her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would
Um,
because I don't know where she thought that her style and clash.
She's
Like
supposed to do it. She's supposed to.
clout
I
and
be in
stature
that
could get her
Yeah.
to care. I don't know why all of a sudden she cares, but it's like leave me alone.
Nah, think about
I
this
think-
shit.
I
If
think
you got probation, nigga, you better start a list. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we need to. When you get out, we ain't got no kids, so we need to have a house, this and the third, and I'll pick up when you left off after. Like when we get this job, help me get a job when I get out. I'll pick this shit up when we get. So just have a list. Like, hey, this is what we need to be doing. What we need to be on when I get out. You got 20 years to finish.
I say you gotta get like a plan or something, bro. Because like, yeah, if I find out I did all that shit just for you to leave, we have some issues. Probably gonna go back, honestly.
He's like,
You putting that hit?
I'm just going back. I'm just going back in.
So I'm
Coming
probably
back,
going back.
I'm a John Wick that. Come back with that same haircut, prison build, all that shit, man.
Oh my
So,
God.
serious.
He
He
said,
said I'm gonna do a bunch of push-ups, get swole.
You better get a hit out so you only do 10.
I
Fuck
can't.
Put a hit out, man. Just let's do that, sit that cool 10.
You know what? This is and this is
Oh,
I can't.
yo,
Hey, it's either that or what are you gonna do? Kill her and do another 25?
shit. At that point, nigga already wasted 25 years. Like, shit. I'm like 40 or something.
Oh my God.
Just fuck with.
Well, this is where me and Tariana got to get that old dusty trail because we
You see, nah, I'm
She's
gonna do
been
it my
big eyed for
guy.
a minute now. It's like, what is going on?
I'm gonna be the last motherfucker you seen. Same nigga you ran off on, ran at you, nigga.
Oh my God.
It's over.
He said, fuck it, I'm gonna do this another 25. I'll be cool. Oh my God.
I'm about to to say, I'll be in good shape too at 60 something.
You like, damn, fuck it. You know what?
Reserve.
I know niggas in there. Fuck
Yeah, I'm about to
it.
say,
You be in the best shape of your
I
life.
spent 25 years building up a reputation. Motherfuckers know me and shit. I'll be cool. You
If
feel
you
me?
the homies in there, fuck it, I'll be alright.
Every now and then get a conjugal visit from some chick from outside. You good, bro?
End up on Love After Lockup. Y'all seen that show?
Nice.
The funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. The
They
first season is my favorite because it's so damn
They
bad,
really,
but it's really
we
good.
marrying
What
people
happened?
that's already locked up?
No, so Love After Lockup is basically people that were I don't want to say desperate enough because it could be like real life stories, but
I was just about to say
enough.
death row.
No, desperate.
Oh, these niggas
No, I'm
not
about to
getting
say,
out.
damn.
I don't want to say desperate, but they put their lives
Give
on
up.
the line and exploited themselves for TV exposure. So they're desperate enough to sit there and become pen pals with prisoners.
Do they know what that person did?
Yes, they fall in love with these people, and then they basically send them money, become sugar daddy's mamas, fall like deeply in love, and then go to get them when they're released, and then they actually try to force them into marriage for the sake of recidivism, and then it never works out. But
Black
it's pretty
people are
funny.
on there?
So this is just a show.
Yes, black people are on. 2 black people were on the first season.
If it wasn't difficult to get up off this couch, I would just get up and leave. I'm sick of this shit.
It's on Hulu, and you and I should sit there and watch it. The first season is hilarious. It's really good, but this kind of reminds me of like a Love After Lockup situation.
Basically, what you're saying, this is a show about convicts pretty much finessing these. Just finessing.
Catfishing.
Pretty much.
Well, see, like, that's the thing, catfishing, no, because they are exactly who they say they are.
I mean, but
the film
essentially
TV,
that's
like, they go
the
to the
gist.
prison and they actually like try to make, like, it's like people try to make a relationship with these people who have been locked away for years in cages. They haven't seen the outside world in God knows how long, and they spend a good majority of their life behind bars, and they try to sit here and be like, okay, you're out, don't look at anybody else, marry me and let's make this work. And it never, ever, ever works. Ever.
Damn.
But it's so freaking funny how it happens. You can talk about, because like they have some people in there that are like 55, they have some people that are in there that are like 26. Like, it's a good show. It's stupid, but
That sounds
it helps
stupid.
pass time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about
what
to say,
you used
so
to do
basically-
after this? You used to rob niggas.
I think they're on like season 3 or 4, but they only have one on Hulu. So I just keep rewatching the same season.
So shit, you leave one set of change just to get another set of change.
Pretty
Like,
freaking much. Because one
That's
of the girls
probably
on
their
the...
mindset too.
Yeah.
So they should call the show From Cuff to Cuff.
I don't
Because
do
one of
that.
the girls on the show literally was like,
I read a study online that said, like, within the first 60 days, if you marry an inmate, they're less likely to recidivate.
and I was like,
Bitches believe shit like that.
so she was kind of like trying to force him into it. She was 26 and he was 25. And she was trying to kind of like force him into
He
it.
was
Like,
45?
No, she's 26 and he was 25.
Oh, okay.
How long was the sentence?
And he was in jail for a good half of that. So he spent pretty much all of his like childhood, teenage years up until then in prison.
He don't
comes
know
out,
nothing
and
else.
then she's like,
She's
marry me.
stupid. I was about
And
to
he was
say,
like, what the
yeah,
hell?
She's stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was,
Did
it's
you-
a
what
What
So-
the fuck did he do?
Probably killed
burglary and
somebody.
theft, I think.
Oh, he was on some street
I was about
shit.
to
Yeah,
say.
he was on like some petty street shit. Because they have some that have like petty sentences and some of them are
Nigga,
pretty
you know
bad.
what Ryan's
But
in jail for?
it just depends.
Clark?
Word, no.
Nigga, he is in jail forever.
Damn.
Who?
Ryan Clark. We went to school with him.
Ronnie
So say
and
his-
Clark or
say
Ryan
his
Clark?
name
Ronnie
or
Clark?
I mean, he's already in jail.
He's probably still fighting the damn thing. That's why I got quiet. You didn't see me go.
Yeah, I know that nigga all my damn life, so.
Right.
I really looked that shit up. I'm like, cause I had my yearbook and was just looking in, like, wonder where everybody at, and looked that up. I'm like, oh shit.
Damn, bro.
They have the dead in prison or stripping.
Fuck.
No,
It's one of the three.
We know a lot of strippers. No, we went to school.
I
So
do.
many of them.
In there, that we went to school with.
Apparently, from the discussion they were having before you arrived, they were talking about how like some of the girls at our school like were doing that while in high school. I did not know
Like, as
that.
soon as we turned
Like,
18.
Yeah,
what?
you thought I was playing? Like,
Yes.
junior year, these hoes would clock out and then come to school type shit. And then come to school and then clock out. Or if that makes sense. Did I say
They
that
just
right?
went work in
I
school.
don't think I said that right. See, yeah, type shit. Like, yo.
They gotta get it how they live, okay?
Yeah.
They started their careers early.
Cause my friend was like, "You'll be 21 next year." She's like, "Well, I'm 26 now." But it was like a while ago. She's like, "You should come to KOD in Chicago, and I'll get you a table." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, real set to do it, and it never happened. I forgot why, but I was just like, she was dead serious though. Like she got a gig there,
Cause you was
full time, moved to Chicago. The whole I was making like good money from what she said. I was like, "You're out here taking clothes off now." Interesting. Really cool.
I'm not throwing shade because then we're gonna get it on social media, crybaby ass niggas. What's wrong with strippers?
It really
I didn't say
that was literally about to be my exact
Yeah,
same
ain't nothing wrong with it. I was
It
just
was
shocked
nothing.
that people that I knew so well were actually a part of that life. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I just look at the only thing about it to me is like an easy way out. Other than that,
Yeah.
it's like
I mean, it's really.
I look at it like niggas selling weed.
No,
It's an easy way, yo.
they
Yeah, I was about to
can't-
say all you doing is just pretty much selling. It's like selling a car.
Yeah, it's just like yourself.
But that can't be easy though, cause you just up there naked or half naked or half.
Because
Some
the
girls
average,
really
the reason I
live
say
for
that because you think the
some
average
girls really
person
like have no other like resource, so they have to. But some girls, like a lot of my friends, are like it's
that's
the
what the
thrill
issue
of knowing
was.
that they're like into you, and I'm like, I personally
That's an
cannot.
attention
do
seeking.
that.
Never mind. I was
To
gonna
me,
say
it's like,
something,
I ain't
Don't
gonna
worry.
like now when I go,
but
to
now they
work,
call strippers whores now.
I've been a few times.
Nah,
It's
I'm
cool,
just saying.
but yeah, it's interesting. But like, yeah.
I'll definitely.
Because the reason I say it's the easy
Exactly.
way out because on average it's not
But
like,
like, can I do it? I'm like, man, I don't know.
because it's like the average person not just like, oh, I'm finna just be a stripper. It's like it's really motherfuckers. It's like you don't see just random ass motherfuckers. Like,
Right.
usually I ain't gonna lie to. Let's be one.
I mean, you do on Post Road. I'm convinced they let anybody in because I seen some shit.
That is very true, though.
She was shaking her ass, but her stomach was shaking more than anything. Like, wasn't no titties jumping, just straight stomach, bro. It was.
And they do be having the ones that be on their shit over there, but I think it's just like when they
You gotta catch them at the right time.
C-section scars. Just all
Oh
over,
my
bro.
god, this nigga's not shit, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Don't hit don't hit the what's
He said
that?
passion.
Yeah, about to say.
He said, "Don't go there. Not even for a prank. Don't even. We not even playing."
Cannot.
All right, so the last one.
I think this bitch actually, my homie said, like he got a lap dance from one and the bitch fucking around farted in his face. Like, I bullshit you not, it was fucked up. I couldn't help, I was in tears when he told me that. But then I thought about it, like, damn, what if it wasn't really a fart? Like, what shit, you know?
He said, "What? Cheer by the scooter."
Because it was a little tss, and we all know what that means. You feel me? So let's think about that for a minute. Like shit. Damn, I'll be shitty. Oh shit! Damn.
You go to hell. You ain't gonna
Hey, I ain't
stay.
say
You
no
ain't
names, I'm
gonna.
just
You ain't
saying.
gonna stay, nigga. But you gotta be in timeout down there.
Hey, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, I ain't say no names. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Like, bro, I thought about it after you told me this shit. It may not have been a fart. You might want to get some. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
my.
don't wear those pants no more.
Boy,
Nigga.
I'm about
Burn them.
to burn your eyebrows off type shit.
Oh my god.
Like, damn, I got a rash on my cheek. No, I'm just playing. Oh, shit. Alright, we're at that one.
We on the last
Yeah.
one. So, scenario that inspired all of this: Queen and Slim, two black people go out on a date, get pulled over by a police officer.
Mhm.
One thing leads to another. The black man kills the police officer to defend said woman he was dating. Now they on the run.
Do you think it's a good date movie?
It's a good date.
That's been the debate. Is it a good date movie? Y'all
Yeah.
think? I think so.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's a thriller.
This
It's
nigga
like,
that don't,
I
the nigga
like
who
it.
don't, the nigga who don't know you, that likes you enough to kill for you,
I mean, yeah.
save your life. He could have just let you get shot and just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to jail.
Nah, that's one of the. That's one of the movies where you gotta lean back and forth to each other. Like, would you do that for me? I hate that shit so. Oh my god. Like, yo.
Nah, I was gonna let that nigga shoot you.
About to say.
That's hilarious. It's like I'm really gonna sit here and be like, yeah, like I wouldn't let that happen.
Like,
to
I don't
me.
even know you like that. What
That's,
the fuck?
yeah, I'm about to say, that's probably all you gonna hear in the movie. That's you. That's you.
you.
Right.
Couples and shit. Like, y'all, shut the fuck up.
You know damn well you would just let her get shot, goofy motherfucker.
Boy.
Can't-
Y'all arguing right now.
I'm about to say shit.
Y'all argued before y'all got in this bitch.
Real talk. I swear.
You probably helped the officer shoot your ass.
He said, yeah, matter of fact, I'll shoot for you. Like, what the hell, nigga? You got a whole problem.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off. It was just like a debate because everyone was like, "Is it?"
Yeah, would you? I guess if you want to get like more realistic, because in the sense of that, that's like a split second. I'm cool enough with her that I don't. One, I'm in a situation where there's a cop and pull a gun out on me.
Yeah.
Two, she got out and defended him. Was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm not letting this shit slide.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's a point for her, and then he shot and killed a police officer that tried to shoot her. So I guess so it's kind of like in this situation, nobody ever really knows, but in that split second, I guess do you feel like in a relationship that y'all should get to that level where you do anything for each other if necessary?
Absolutely, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, cause really, I feel like that's what kind of love is. I'm probably not the poster child when it comes to talking about love or nothing, but I feel like that's a good indication that you give a fuck about somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Want to sacrifice your freedom and or life for a certain person.
yeah, when it comes like, especially you said it yourself, like a split second, like if it comes that natural, where I'm at the point of doing some shit for you like that, it was
Right.
just like a reflex.
Right.
Yeah,
And I feel like that is too, because a lot of things like a fight or flight, and your first instinct was to defend me.
that's
So-
same shit. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, fight. You literally just said it too. Fight or flight. That's all. Really, what it boils down to. Like, how much do you care about that person to make sure they're gonna be okay?
Right.
That type of shit, So, yeah, I feel like everybody should be at that point. And if you're not, there's definitely something wrong.
Yeah. If you're not willing to defend me, then what are we doing? Like, now I ain't saying defend me in the sense of I'm on some dumb shit. I'm on some dumb shit, because some motherfuckers will do that. I just had something on Twitter that it was just on there. It was like a girl killed one of her friends.
My bad. That flop, bro. I'm about to fuck that flop. Go ahead, bro.
Like, killed one of her friends for a nigga. I'm like, well, yeah, because you're on some dumb shit.
I was about to say, man. I mean, well, hold on. How long did she know that friend?
No, I don't know. It just says that
Talking about
the whole
the roommate situation.
was
the one
it
where she filed a police report.
like he was sexually harassed her or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
she ended up dead.
So yeah,
thought
they
so.
said the girl helped bury her and kill her.
Yeah, she went to Clark
And
Atlanta. She was
look
missing. They
for
found her body
everything.
October 30th. They questioned the roommate, and she and her boyfriend admitted to killing her and burying her body. Like, she helped her boyfriend do it because apparently she filed a police report on him because he sexually assaulted her, the girl that they killed.
Damn.
Yeah, and they found her.
So like I said, we're not.
And then when they
protecting
questioned
her.
the roommate, they both admitted to it.
So we're not protecting.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're not
so
protecting
like, are
dumb
we doing
shit.
that? This is Queen and Slim for real.
Right.
Damn, bro.
But this ain't no. This like I said, we're not doing it for dumb shit. We doing it in the sense of
Right, because if anything, she's wrong for helping defend her boyfriend who actually did, commit a crime.
She
In
should
this
have
case,
her and her friends
he was
stomp that nigga out. That's
Boy,
what
I was
it is.
like,
Right.
yeah, that's really
because Queen and
what it
Slim
comes
was
to.
definitely defensive, but this was like you're defending the boy that assaulted your roommate, like sexually. So what the fuck?
And he cheated.
Exactly, and cheated too, right? So it's infidelity on top of a crime. What the fuck? So yeah,
Should've
I
stomped
totally
the
get
nigga
that.
out. I would have respected her more if she would have stomped the nigga out.
So you hit him with that RKO. Drop kick that down.
But yeah,
Would have
like,
cut this nigga when he's sleeping.
that's vulnerability right there.
I say that all the time. People say all the time, like, nigga beating on you. Niggas gotta sleep.
Shit, nigga.
They take, you're right. They do sleep eventually. But see, the thing is, they've instilled the fear and they've conditioned the woman to think that he will do something. So
Her
they're
fight or
afraid
flight
to
is
leave.
her
But she
fight or
always,
flight is
every
fucked up.
woman, every person, when you go to sleep, you be ready to. You got that split second where you can decide to do it or not.
Kind of like on that movie of Tyler Perry. I can't stand the name.
That nigga
When
can't
one
beat
chick
your
was getting
ass
beat
in
on.
your sleep.
When
You gotta-
Blair Underwood was playing her husband and he was asleep and she tried to escape, and then literally in 2 seconds he went from to so you're gonna leave me, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And he beat her ass, but it was like she was smart because she tried to leave when he was asleep.
Don't leave, drown him.
Or you would do the bullshit out of hot bricks. I mean, I would
He
do the
been
bullshit
beating
out of
your ass. You better drown that nigga.
I mean, he was in the bed. Like, if you throw water on him, he's gonna get up and come to his senses eventually.
But see, in her situation, like she had enough resources. That she
Nigga Curtis,
could,
boy.
It's a movie. They're never smart
I know.
movies. Yeah, exactly. She had more than enough resources to get the fuck out. She could have said in public, like, this man is beating me. Someone would have believed her. Somebody. So the fact that she was like, he squeezed her knee and she was like, oh my God. I would have told somebody.
Shit,
See, the crazy thing about this situation is, and in real life, I'll be looking at it like, damn, y'all ain't got brothers or fathers. That's fucked up.
Exactly.
They never do.
I was like, damn, you ain't got no brother. I
That's
was
what I'm saying. She gotta have another male. Like she had a whole Medea. Like
right. You got an aggressive ass drink
I mean,
or
but,
something.
but you gotta remember that once family step in, that's a whole that's a whole nother thing. And if you gonna keep going back and you gonna keep repeating the same
That's the
thing,
issue.
your family gonna stop you know, coming to the
Yeah,
rescue.
my family do different. I ain't gonna tell. I ain't gonna.
Because
put
it
nothing
gets
on my
them
family,
in
but
trouble.
just say, you ain't gonna
Because
have no-
especially if something
Okay.
happened, he called, you know, the people, and they show up and you on his side, and then you know,
just make
bruh
it so.
going
Just
to
make it so
jail.
she ain't got nobody to go back to.
You can do that too, but
Are we
she,
talking legally
she
or
may
legally?
hate you. That's what you think, but I mean, you know,
You know how I rock.
Honestly, shit. My sisters know that they can hit me up. Like I will kill somebody for my fucking sister, bro. So let me find out somebody beating their ass.
Right. There ain't nobody gonna be go back to.
Exactly.
Can't go nobody back to nobody who ain't there.
About to say they better have their mind made up. Like when they call me, like, okay, I really don't want to fuck with this nigga anymore.
Even if you want to do it even if you want to do it legally, just put a pill in a nigga drink and just drop him to another state.
Gotta stop watching TV, man.
What the heck?
It's legal. I mean,
Jesus.
About to say you on that Rick Ross shit.
Right?
Oh shit, bro.
Goodness.
he live in Maine. Drive that nigga to California.
Be like, I don't know. He just took a road trip. Play the fuck out of dumb. Like, damn, you serious? Like, oh
Put
shit.
that nigga in the. I didn't know you could. Girl. Put that nigga in the Uber.
It's like, he alright, he sleep.
He's like, "Are you sure?" Like, yeah, just keep driving, bro.
$1,000 tip, bro. Just get him there, bro. He don't eat much. Just go straight.
He don't eat much.
Just go straight.
Just go straight. Don't even stop. Get a hotel for yourself. He like to sleep in the car, man. Leave him alone. Stop talking to him.
Sad songs on.
Don't take the sunglasses off.
Quit asking questions.
What
Oh my god.
you mean he bleeding? He on his period. I said yes. He on his period. Nigga, drive that nigga.
Oh, you gonna fuck with transgender? All right, bet. That's cool.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You ain't
shit.
one for the small talk. I can't. Y'all are horrible.
Hey, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. But I guess we all in agreement that we want to get to that level of I ride for my person no matter what. To the point it's almost
Yeah. No matter how.
instinct to do such.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, no matter how
Just don't
aggressive the series of events lead up to, like, what I guess loyalty is, it's a big thing,
Shit
type
run
shit.
deep.
Yeah.
Stake in the heart deep.
Damn, she puts it. Now
I'm just gonna say
vampires.
That boy, I'm about to
self-preservation.
say.
Now we vampires.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yo, I was
That
like
is
something, man. Y'all seen that movie Eli, about the little white boy?
No, I never heard of it.
No, I was looking at the book of Eli. I was like, I
Right.
could have sworn that was a black man.
Nah, nigga, this is
Denzel.
Denzel. Yeah.
It's not the exact, right?
And I was watching this shit before I came over here, man. This I thought that was familiar, but nah. That was he's basically allergic to going outside and shit, and that kind of makes me think: what if vampires really did this? Like, what if they're hereditarily just,
They got bits and
allergic
pieces.
to outside? Type
They
shit.
got bits and pieces. The people
Like,
who got that unnecessarily long fang teeth, they're like, got long ass canines and shit.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't deny it.
I
I
see.
mean, I can't,
Cause like, think about why is somebody allergic to outside when God put us here on this earth?
Maybe it's not necessarily. Maybe they're missing something like chromosomal to something
Like
that.
They usually have that.
Or a soul, my nigga.
Or a soul?
You're a demon. He's like, you're a demon. The devil. What are you, the demon. The devil forgot about. Like, oh damn, I forgot that nigga.
And think about it, it's always a white person or something that's allergic to go outside. It's always, you don't know no niggas that's, I can't go outside. What niggas?
It's automatically no. Like your mama won't let you come outside. You in trouble or something?
Like, bro, this shit had me thinking though, cause I heard some shit, like, we live on God's world, but we're living in the devil's system. And who runs the system right now? The white person.
Yeah, because they want to beat us. So there's some complications and shit.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that.
I'm telling you, it's the melanin in our skin, man. They want that. They're trying to figure out how to extract it. That's why they
It's
try
a
to make us sick.
complexly complicated. It's a complexly complicated compliment, kind of. Nobody really think about it.
That's a lot of C's in that motherfucker. Shit crip.
She trying to say no B words.
I seen that little hand signal you did too. Like, yo.
She trying to say no B words. Nigga, no.
That's a good point because like the bee, like I think it's like maybe it's like a sun deficiency because like there are some people that they're allergic to like pool water, grass, dust, things like that. But
I'm
to be
allergic to
allergic to like
fresh
actually
grass.
being outside, like that sucks.
That's my grandmother. Fuck, gave it to me.
Wait, what?
I'm allergic to fresh cut grass.
Man.
You've always told me that and I never believed. I thought you were just joking.
I'm dead ass.
I thought you were just kidding.
Really pay attention. We were out past somebody cutting the grass. I'll fucking start sneezing.
Damn, that is fried, bro. Matter of fact, that kind of makes perfect sense. Because didn't you kind of used to swell up back when we played football and shit? Like, yo, that is fried. Holy
Damn,
shit.
my weight went up and down.
Hey, nigga, you better be blessed how you are. I've been trying to get past 165.
Nigga, I've been trying to go down. I can't. It will stay at like 250, 245.
Come up to the gym with me, bro. Shit, I'm telling you.
I'm about to.
Dog,
I need
yeah.
to.
It's right off of 46 and Keystone, Sun's Gym.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say. They get you together, man. Get your hands good, all that shit, man. I'm telling you.
Burpees.
I'm dead. So this is the waiting room. I can't stand none of these niggas.
And we hate you too, but we just can't stop from coming back.
Hey, yo, I'm telling you, dead ass, Goose, you know, we all here, we all family, it's all vibes, you feel me? Type shit. And I just shook up about it, so it's too late. Can't take it back, you feel me?
So per usual, I'm K Monet.
Looney Customs.
And we out.
Yeah. Quack, quack, motherfucker.